Hello, everybody. It is Prelude Boy 99, and today we're talking about the Ford GT40 Mark II. One of my favorite movies that I've watched recently is Ford v Ferrari, and here we have the Ford GT. The GT40, I should say, not the Ford GT, because the Ford GT and the Ford GT40, they're two different things, but either way, RLC has finally made a GT40, and I know in most of my videos I always have some sort of criticism, but for this one, I don't think I have any criticism. It actually looks fantastic. I don't believe there's any Spectre Flame. I mean, it says Spectre Flame True Black, so what does that mean? Is it just black? Not gonna split hairs here, but this looks fantastic. The wheels look great. The Goodyear lettering on the tires have been great. That's something that Mattel has been doing that I really enjoyed is the lettering on the sidewall of the wheels. It's fantastic. And this is a $38 model. And of course, I always complain about the price. Do I think that this is overpriced? Honestly, I don't know. I'm going to be really honest with you guys because I do really like this casting. However, I definitely do want to do some price comparisons. You guys are probably going to moan and groan about me doing that. I like to do that to show you guys that there are options out there. If you guys don't want to get this, there are options. That's the reason why I do it. I don't do it to show you guys that, oh, Hot Wheels is inferior. I do it because I want to show you guys the alternatives. That's how I always felt about it. So now we are going to basically just look at this thing, look at the details, which, as much as I like to complain about painted headlights and taillights, I think for the GT40 it looks fantastic. It honestly doesn't look that bad. It actually looks good on this one. Even from the side, it looks good. Honestly, that could fool me into believing that these are lensed in some capacity if looking at it from a distance. But I really love the livery, this vintage livery that has going on. I believe this is the same one that is from Le Mans. I know it's not the one Ken Miles drove in Ford v Ferrari, but I do believe this is the one that... What is the one? What is this one? I'm going to read the description. The car that's done Europe with a triple podium finish in 66, that's Ford v Ferrari, is back in true black with our Red Line Club exclusive Ford GT40 Mark II, wearing the number 2 livery that took the number 1 spot in the photo finish at the world-famous endurance race, Le Mans. This detailed casting with all-new tooling includes a rear opening cowl underneath the massive 7-liter V8 engine speaks for itself. So if you guys don't know, in Ford v Ferrari, Ken Miles was kicking some serious ass, and they asked him to slow down so that way they can have that 3-way finish for that photo. And ultimately, that cost Ken Miles the win. It's a huge disappointment. The movie isn't. I'm just saying the moment, like that happening in real life, was a huge disappointment. And sadly, Ken Miles got killed in an accident after that race. I believe he was testing the new Ford GT and it blew up. And yeah, it was tragic. He never got his second chance. That was like his only chance. And they took that from him. He got robbed. But anyways, looking at this Ford GT, it looks fantastic. I love it. I'm most likely going to grab this one just because I love Ford v Ferrari. As a matter of fact, I have a Shelby Cobra Lego that I built a while ago, and that one is pretty fantastic. So having this along with my Shelby Cobra, it's going to be amazing. Let me know if you guys watched the movie, because I think the movie is fantastic. It's one of the best movies that I've seen. Christian Bale, Matt Damon, slam hit. I love it. All right, so let us look at other 1/64 scale Mark II GT40s, and then we can just compare. All right, guys, so I'm on eBay right now, and we're looking at the 1966 Ford GT40. It's in black. It's the same livery as it's literally the same as the RLC that we looked at, but I want you guys to pay attention to this. So this is a special edition 1 out of 3600. So this has rarity, whereas the Hot Wheels RLC variant, they're produced in 40,000, 50,000. I don't know the exact number, but I know it's up there. But this one, yeah, this is the GT40. It doesn't have the opening bonnet, or the opening cowl, I should say, not the bonnet. This doesn't have the opening cowl. So there's already a detraction there. But the price point's at 15, so it's more than half the price of the Hot Wheels RLC. So again, the reason I show you guys this is because I want you guys to know that there are other options out there. I don't do this I don't show you guys this to be like, oh, Hot Wheels is nowhere as near as good as these brands. I'm just showing you guys the options because I want to add a little bit more value to these videos. I don't want to just talk about Hot Wheels RLC and just, read the description and show you the pictures. I want to give you guys more value in these videos. So I'm looking at eBay. I'm looking at all the other colors and variations there. So there's this one. This one actually has lensed headlights and taillights. Yeah, it actually does have a lens headlights and taillights at $37 plus shipping and handling. Well, the shipping right here is free for me. But yeah, this is $37 free shipping. And it has the Golf. I know it's not golf. It's Golf, I think. People always correct me. But this one doesn't look like a bad piece. This actually looks like a really good piece. Let's check out this yellow one. Now, the yellow one looks fantastic. I do like the yellow one. This is a third-party brand, Zoom. I'm not familiar with that brand, but I know there's going to be other people familiar with it. There usually is. And funny enough, Hot Wheels has definitely done the Ford GT before. This is Auto Milestone Series. They did the Hall of Fame, the number 2 with the golden wheel. So the RLC is like the most updated version of the GT40 that's been in Hot Wheels. So I'm looking at all these other prices. Of course, there's always going to be a cheaper alternative. There's always going to be other brands. And I believe that's also lensed. I don't believe the cowl lifts up. So yeah, I'm showing you guys this because I want to show you guys the options. I want you guys to make a more informed purchase, because normally whenever I do RLCs, it's more so I've always gotten the impression that I'm always promoting the product, even though I have my stance and I have my criticisms, and especially with scalping. You guys know this. In every video, I always talk about scalpers and all that drama. Honestly, I want to get away from that drama. I don't like talking about that stuff all the time. It's honestly exhausting. I honestly like collecting, and it's kind of a shame that I'm kind of stepping away from this, because they can do really cool stuff like this. This is cool. If I'm being completely honest with you. If I'm being honest with you guys, this is cool. I do like this. The 2-piece Real Riders wheels looks fantastic. This is an accurate representation of the real life counterpart. I would say if you guys are really interested and if you like Ford v Ferrari, get this car. Get it. I don't really have anything else to say about it. The engine detail looks great. For some reason, and I'm thinking about making a video about this, but for some reason, when Hot Wheels does a casting of a muscle car, I always think like how the execution for the muscle cars are better than the imports or the tuners. I know that's crazy, but for some reason, when Hot Wheels does muscle cars, they do a way better job at the details than with imports. I don't know why. I'll make a video on that. It's probably because muscle cars are more boxier and it's easier for them to have more detail, whereas imports, they're more they have curves and they're more they're not as boxy. So maybe that's why. I'm not entirely sure, but that has been my video. This is a $38 price point plus shipping and handling. This is probably going to be a $50 car. Um, Again, it all depends on your budget. I'm gonna pick this up because I'm a huge fan of Ford v Ferrari. I love the GT40. This casting looks fantastic in my honest opinion. I honestly, if I'm being completely honest with you, I think this casting is going to sell out within the day, within 24 hours. I don't know how many of these they have bought, but I know that the GT40. I know this casting looks fantastic, in my honest opinion. I really don't have any complaints about it other than the usual complaints, which is painted headlights and taillights. But even then, the painted headlights and taillights, they look fantastic on this piece. So I don't really have any complaints. I honestly think this is good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.